Hey guys, welcome back to Mindset Managed and welcome back to the Confidence Building Challenge. Today we're talking about authenticity along with perspective and truth. So for me, authenticity, perspective, truth, it all comes down to self-awareness. Real, authentic self-awareness. To be aware of who you really are and how you're showing up in this world. Because I think a lot of us either don't know our true selves or we know our true selves but hide it. So that means that you're going out into the world and allowing it to affect you, to change who you actually are. And that's not what you should ever do. You should never decide that the world gets to decide who you are that day. Who you are should always be the real you, the unfiltered you, the you without a mask. You need to be so self-aware that you can recognize the things that you do or have done. That is from a place of confidence, because I think a lot of us have more confidence than we realize that we do. A lot of us have done great things in the past that make us deserving of confidence, but instead we use that negativity bias, that negative filter, and realize that because things perhaps aren't so perfect right now, that we don't deserve to have confidence, that we must be a bad person. No, that is not true at all. Get some perspective and look at the wider picture of your life. Look at all the things that you've overcome in the past, all the great milestones, all the great achievements, all the great ways that you've just made people feel good. Because I think a lot of the time we think that having confidence means that you need to have something special about you. You need to have a special gift. That's not true at all. Instead, it's just about being you and being a good person, which we can all do and we all deserve to do. And just doing that makes you more confident. Get honest with yourself and recognize who you really are, what you've really done, and how deserving you are of confidence. And that other people might look at you and not see anything brilliant because they aren't sure what they're looking at. But that's only because no one in this world will ever know you and see the real you as much as you do. Because maybe they know the script of your life, but reading a script, reading a book does not in any way translate to the truth. Because think about it, anytime that we pick up a book or watch a film or listen to a song, whatever, we all interpret it differently, because we are all reading that book or watching that film through the filter of our own lives, through our own beliefs, our own values, our own experiences. So that means we all see the world and see other people differently. Loads of people can read the same book and all decide different things about that book. And the same goes for you. Everybody can look at you and come to different conclusions about who you are, or how valuable you are, or how deserving of confidence you are. That's why it is so important that you get clear and get honest about the truth of yourself, that you see your self-worth, that you give yourself that worth, that you validate yourself, that you see yourself for the great thing that you are. And to decide that you're not going to let anybody else dictate who you are. You need to recognize that just because you aren't confident right now does not mean that you are not a confident person. Like, I've been guilty of this. I've said to myself, I'm not a confident person. I say to other people, I'm not a confident person. But the truth is, I think I am. Because I've done many things in the past that took bravery. And I keep showing up in the arena of life and keep putting myself on display, keep creating and sharing myself every single day. Like, that's what it takes to be a creative. It's what it takes to be a writer. What it takes to be, an influencer. I guess I'm kind of an influencer. A person who inspires people. It takes guts to do that. And I wouldn't do that if I never had a certain level of confidence. So when I get clear on the truth of myself, when I gain perspective of the wider view of my life, and when I'm authentic about who I really am, I can recognize that I am a confident person. Just because I'm not confident in every single situation, or just because other people or certain situations can shake my confidence, does not mean that overall I am not a confident person. So get truthful about that. Sit down and be honest with yourself. Be self-aware enough to realize dude, actually, I am a confident person. I have done great things. I am worthy. Today's videos is a bit short because I've done lots of talking about authenticity and perspective and truth before, and it'll be kind of leaking into every single episode on the confidence challenge because it's just a current theme. Like, you need to be the real you in order to be confident, right? So I just want you to take this episode to mean that you need to get clear on the wider perspective. You need to recognize that there is so much more to you than your current circumstance, that you have done so much more than what you've done just this year, right? The you story, the you script, the you book has many chapters, many layers, many ups and downs, right? Your strengths and who you are and what you've been through and what you will achieve will change and be new again and again so many times over in life, because that is what happens. We go through these transformations, we go through death and rebirth again and again. Who we are is in ebbs and flows. I don't think we're ever just this thing. Who we are changes and grows and reshapes all the time. So allow yourself to recognize that for the truth that it is. Allow yourself to realize, okay, so maybe Shauna's right, like, I do deserve to have confidence, and I probably already am confident. It's just that I've had this filter over me right now that says that I don't deserve it. But you always deserve it, and you always deserve to look at yourself and say, you know what, for the whole thing that I am, that's pretty amazing. That's a pretty layered thing I'm looking at right now. So sorry that this was a bit rambly, but I hope that you took something away from it, and here's today's challenge. Hi guys, so today's challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to get a list together or a collage together, whatever you want to do, of what your ideal self looks like, what your perfect self looks like. So this is a list of qualities, a list of traits, things that they've done, things that they would do, the way that they look, whatever. Get together an ideal list of what that person looks like. Then I want you to take a moment to compare it to who you are now. And I bet that you'll find that it's not actually that far from who you are already. So this person would probably do things that are more confident and whatever, but you've probably actually done things that took confidence to do, right? So take the time to do this properly, to be realistic about it, and then compare and decide that, okay, so these are things that I actually need to do to become this person, or I'm already doing these things and I'm already like this person, which is great, or the things that are completely unachievable and you just need to let it go. This is a great comparison to do. It's the only comparison you should ever do, is between who you used to be or who you want to be. It's the only comparison you should ever do. And make sure, like I say, it's realistic, it's honest, it's kind. And please share it with me if you've done it, and if you feel comfortable to share, I would love to see it, and I would love to share mine with you as well. So take that as your challenge today, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.